Okay, so for example number 1, we have a triangle, X, Y, Z, and then we have to graph the image that's reflected across the x-axis. And so basically what they've done, and I'll just recap it, it says reflect point X. So X is, and let me change so I match their colors. X is 1, 2, 3 lines across from the x-axis. So for those of you playing along at home, the x-axis is this thing here. So I'm drawing the line of reflection so you guys can see it. So if it's 1, 2, 3 units away from that line of reflection, then I just move 1, 2, 3 units on the other side. That's X prime. Y is 1 unit away. So I go 1 more unit on the other side. And Z is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units away. So I'd go 5 more units in the other direction. And that gets me to Z prime. So what we've done is we've reflected Y, we've reflected Z. And now I'm going to connect the dots. When I connect the dots, I get the same triangle, but the orientation is different. We've flipped it. Okay? And because we flipped it, it's a little different, right? Oops. And so what does that mean? Well, now it's your turn. So what I'd like for you guys to do is I'm going to quietly do this. I'm going to give you a couple seconds in silence. I'm still going to record the video, though, but I want you to try to do this one on your own. And it's reflected across the y-axis. So I'm going to help you out just a little bit. The y-axis is this line. So you're going to, oops, that is a horrible line. Wrong tool. So count to this line and then go beyond it. The same number of units for each one. And then label it. And then you should get the same answer that I get. All right, I'm going to start. So A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then that will be my A prime. Oh, wrong tool. That's A prime. B is 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. That's my B prime. C is 1, 2, so I'm going to go 2 here. That's C prime. D is 1, 2, 3, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. That's D prime. Then E is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait a second, I miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I go 1, 2, 3. Let's do more. Uh-oh, spaghetti goes. I think I got my A wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did.
Yes, you did.
I went 1 too many units.
Good job, Mr.
Disappointed that I didn't make a mistake. We had an interesting conversation earlier. The students were like, Mr. Adams, I said something about I rarely make a mistake. And they're like, you make mistakes all the time. I said, but I correct them before they are actually a mistake. See, that's a mistake.
That conversation never happened.
At what?
That conversation never happened.
It's in the videos. And so that's all there is to it. Oops. How many of you guys got the same image that Mr. Adams has? Okay, let's do the guided practice together. We still have 9 minutes of class, guys. We could do this. So a reflection is a transformation that flips a figure across a line called the what? Line of reflection. Write that down. It says the figure for the trapezoid ABD or ABCD, and then we're supposed to graph. We'll do this one in red. We're supposed to graph an image of that is reflected across the x-axis. So let's figure out what that is. So we're just going to reflect it across the x-axis. So that's our line of reflection. So I'm going to go 1 unit here. Guess what? That's D prime. Going to go 1 unit past here. That's C prime. B is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's B prime. And then A is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's A prime. I'm going to connect the dots. Oh, I hate that thing. And then lastly, it says, suppose you reflected trapezoid ABCD across the y-axis. How would the orientation of the image compare to the orientation of the pre-image? It would be reversed horizontally.
Oh, I thought it meant like it was in the exact position it was right now, and it like this like it looks like I thought that like I don't know, my brain didn't work when I was doing this question.
And then lastly, question number 3 is, what are the properties of reflections? Well, they preserve size, and shape, but not what? Orientation. Very good.
This is like the first math I've understood in this class in like 2 months.
Really?
Yep.
Well, you must be getting smarter. You're welcome.